Welcome back to Twin Coast. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Taylor, and for today's video, we're going to be putting our 5 blenders to the test. So if you guys have been watching us for a while, you know that we have this kind of like blender series going on where we try different blenders, different smoothies, and today we are actually so excited about this one. I think it's going to be so cool. We're going to be putting one kind of smoothie in 5 different blenders and seeing which ones make the thickest smoothies.
So we're going to start with the $20 blender, and then we're going to work our way up to a $800 blender. But in the middle of those, we have one blender that is actually 8 years old, so we're going to see which one does the best with making our thick smoothies, and yeah, I'm so excited, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the first blender we're going to be using is the Oster Blend Easy Blender. And it's a really great little blender. We used it in a recent video. You can go watch it in one of these corners. We'll link it. And yeah, we actually really love this blender. It does great.
Yeah, it has even a smoothie button, which I think is really cool. The only thing it doesn't come with is a tamper. And if you guys have watched us, you know that we love using our tamper to push down all the fruit. So we got our trusty little spatula here that we'll be using to like help mix everything together and get everything down to the blade. Alright, so we're going to add our milk first to the blender, just so then it has some liquid down near the blade so all the fruit can actually be blended properly. This actually helps your blender out a ton. So we'll add in our 1/4 cup here. Just like that. Next, we're going to be adding in our frozen fruit. Like we said, we have 2 cups of our frozen medley here. And last but not least, we have our vanilla vegan protein powder. We'll just add that right on top. So now we're going to press on the smoothie button because it doesn't have speeds on here. And yeah, let's go. Alright, now we're halfway through the blending process and it's almost all mixed up here. We're just going to help it out a bit with our spatula and move around the fruit. As you guys can see, the frozen peaches are really big, so those are going to take a little bit longer to blend up. But most of the strawberries and the blueberries are good to go. And it's actually pretty thick once you get down to the bottom of it. Okay, now we're gonna blend again and we should be good to go.
Okay, you guys, the smoothie turned out so good, and we actually even got the swirl, which is like one of our favorite parts of making a smoothie.
It is so satisfying.
And it actually is way thicker than the last time we used this. I think just being really patient with it and scraping the sides down really helps. So yeah, now it's time to get it into our bowl.
And if you guys didn't notice, we are using our Twin Coast coconut bowls today. You can actually shop these in the link down below, twincoast.shop. And we even have a discount code for anyone watching our YouTube videos.
Actually really thick.
You guys, look at that. This is like our thick smoothie test and it's not coming off the spoon.
So we're gonna wait and we're gonna rate them all at the very end of the video, and let's move on to our next blender.
Okay, so the next blender we're gonna be using is this little magic bullet. You guys probably know about this one already. It's pretty popular.
It is literally one of our favorite blenders, and it was one of our first blenders we ever had that we made our smoothies in, and it works great. We already know it works great. You know, it just doesn't have any way to use a tamper with it. So
or even our spatula.
No spatula. So you just gotta shake it and then you keep blending, which honestly, like, look at the size of it. If you're like in a college dorm or something like that, or like a little apartment, and you don't want to have a big blender sitting on your counter, like, get a magic bullet. It's seriously the best little blender ever.
And it works for sauces and stuff too. Like if you're
hummus,
not just
sauces,
making smoothies, it totally works.
It's so good. And yeah, I'm super excited to do this. So let's get right into it. So like we said, we're going to be using the same amount of fruit, but the only thing is that we didn't think about is this fruit, all of it, isn't going to fit into the little magic bullet. So we're going to be blending half of it right now, and then we'll add it in once the rest of it has been blended down. So
that's the only interesting thing that's going to go on.
Yeah.
But everything else is going to be the same. We got our milk, we have our protein powder. So yeah, let's make a smoothie. Okay, so we're going to be adding in the fruit first because we want the milk closest to the blade. So let's see how much fruit we can get in here. I feel like I gotta use my hands. Add some peaches, strawberries, blueberries. There we go. That's probably gonna be good to start. So we've used about half and we will be adding this in after. And then we got our scoop of protein powder. We're just gonna add that right in. And then last but not least, our 1/4 cup milk. Now all we gotta do is blend. And make sure the lid's on really good. Okay, now we're gonna give this a really good shake and mix up all the fruit. It's pretty blended up. It's like all the milk and protein powder. So we're gonna add a little bit more fruit. Maybe some more peaches. And a strawberry. There, we'll add that and we'll see how that goes. Okay, smoothie's all done. Oh, it's thick. There we go.
Whoa.
Look at that.
That's thick. That's really thick.
Should I try flipping it upside down?
Sure, try. Oh.
Okay, there we go.
That is a really thick one. See guys, that's why this one is our favorite.
It honestly does such a good job. Might take a little bit longer, but like, really?
It does a great job. So the Magic Bullet did a really great job. There are still some chunks of strawberries left, but I mean, that's okay. We didn't really blend for as long as we probably should have, but we did shake it quite a bit, so it was an arm workout for you.
It was, honestly. I got nice strong arms now.
We actually didn't even use all the fruit. We still have some fruit left, which is totally fine. The Magic Bullet just couldn't have all the smoothie in it, so I mean, you guys saw the clip. It was full to the max.
And it did pretty good.
It did really well. So yeah, I mean, that's the only difference than the other ones will probably be if this one didn't use as much fruit.
Okay, so the next blender that we're going to be using is the Ninja Foodie blender, and it's a pretty cool one. It's similar to the Magic Bullet, just a little bit more powerful, and has this like built-in tamper, which is pretty cool.
It also doesn't have any speeds. Like if you guys know our Vitamix that we use all the time, it has a speed variable, so we like to use that. But this one has only buttons like our last few, so it's really interesting. I think it worked really well, so let's try this.
Okay, I don't know if all the fruit's gonna fit in this one either.
We didn't
really plan that out. We're gonna add in our fruit first though, because it's the farthest away from the blade. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. We'll go like that, hey? And then we'll add in our protein powder here. It's like the perfect top. And last but not least, our almond milk. Okay, and now it's time to blend.
If it fits on.
Oh,
shoot.
Wait, I can do this. There we go.
Squish it on.
No, wait.
Uh-oh.
You guys, this is like our normal problems when I'm trying to make a smoothie.
Oh man, we really thought we could squeeze it all in there.
We can.
We can do it, right?
Yeah, just one sec there. Okay, there we go.
10 minutes later.
And now it's time to blend. Blended anything today. That is so crazy.
That was a real time lapse of how long it took.
Oh my gosh, it is so thick.
Whoa. Oh yeah. That looks so good.
Okay, let's flip it over and see.
Flip it up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So thick. So far, I think that blended the best out of all of the blenders, and yeah, definitely the extra wattage for the blender really helps a lot, so it's awesome. Okay, so our next blender we're gonna show you guys is the Vitamix Pro Series. This was actually our first Vitamix we ever got. We gave it to our dad as a gift for Father's Day like 8 years ago, and we pretty much have taken it over. I don't even think he's really used it other than us making something for him.
Yeah, we make him smoothies,
yeah,
so don't worry.
We make him smoothies, but I don't think he's ever really used it himself. So yeah, it was kind of like a gift for us, I guess.
It was, yeah.
The good thing about this blender is that it holds a lot of smoothie with it because it has a massive jug to make it with. So in the last ones you guys saw, we only had like a really small amount like with the cup sizes. So this one can make a whole bunch of smoothie, which is a good thing.
And it has a tamper, which is literally a lifesaver. Really makes it easy to push all the fruit down to the blade. And like we were saying earlier about tampers, this one actually comes with one, and it makes it way easier to blend. So that's like one of the highlights about this blender. We're gonna add in our 2 cups of our fruit medley, our scoop of vanilla protein powder, and then a 1/4 cup of our almond milk. Okay, so now it's time to blend. To keep everything consistent, we're gonna put the blender on the smoothie setting, which is a little snowflake there. Okay, so we are gonna have to add a little bit more frozen fruit since this jug is so big, and the tamper is actually not able to reach all the frozen fruit to push it down to the blade. So we're just gonna add another cup and we'll go from there. Smoothie's all done and it looks so good. Check out how thick it is, you guys. Like, look at that.
Okay, and this is why this is one of our favorite blenders. It has always worked so good for us, and it's still like 8 years old and it works like this. It's like so cool how long it lasts. The smoothie is super thick, and yeah, I mean, look at this texture. It's totally like ice cream. Turns out so good every single time. We've used this blender like almost every single day for like the last 8 years. We have newer Vitamixes, but this one is still one of our favorites. And as you can see, it has a whole bunch of scratches on it. It definitely looks used.
Yeah.
But we have honestly gotten our money's worth out of this blender. We make soups, smoothies, everything in it. Always turns out so good. Okay, this is our last blender in our blender challenge, and this is our brand new Vitamix. Look how pretty it is.
So pretty.
And it does a really great job of making smoothies, so we're still gonna compare them all. I wanna see which one's the better price point and which one blends the best thick smoothie, so let's get right into it.
Okay, so this is the same size jug as our last Vitamix, so we are gonna probably have to add some more fruit in there, but everything else is gonna be the same. We're still gonna add in our protein powder and our almond milk, the same amount. So we'll start with some frozen fruit. And then our protein powder. And last but not least, 1/4 cup of our almond milk. Okay, there we go. And we almost forgot, we do have to add in 1 more cup of frozen fruit because this is such a big smoothie jug. So we'll add that right in. And now it's time to blend. And we're gonna put it on the smoothie setting. It's actually this little ice cream there, so cute. So we're gonna turn it on there. Yeah, that's a thick smoothie. Okay, so that is it. We have tried out 5 different blenders and we want you guys to rate them. So comment down below which one was your favorite. We'll put them all on the screen here, and yeah, let us know. We really want to know which one was your favorite and which one you thought did the best.